Hey there, it's Vaughn Tom 2020 with 2020 MC Gaming, and we're back on PhoenixCraft. We are working on the trading hall, the public trading hall. That's it behind us. We've got to put a roof on this thing. I've been doing a lot of work to it. As you can probably see, the walls are done. The front porch is kind of done. My silly little sheep farm is just off to the side here, and we're going to try to finish it today. So let's get started. All right, so let's go ahead and move up the scaffolding and get on top of the roof, or rather, the outside edge, the edge of the framing of the roof where it comes down and meets into the walls of the structure. I've got bone blocks there, which are going to be the gables. And what we're going to do is we're going to move around the outside of the thing, placing detail blocks that are going to give it a nice little look from the inside when you look up, so that it won't just be straight beams. Now I've opted to put upside down staircases, spruce staircases, at regular intervals along the blocks that form the roof, like right here, so that it's going to form a pattern that can be seen from inside the building when you look up, and it won't be just perfectly straight beams. There'll be some details. And as we move along here, we're going to try to fill in the rest of the details, like these corner bits and that gap right there. So we're going to move through this and see if we can get some significant amount of work done on this project. All right, so in putting up the gables, those things right there are going to frame out the inside of the gables. So it'll create a little bit of an overhang. And I'm building up oak logs, and they're going to form the outside frame of the gable, the part that kind of sticks out. And what we're doing is we're kind of going along the outside edge and placing the staircase blocks to form them up. I usually like to build enough of the framework of the gables before really getting into the whole thing, so that I can really see where the pattern's supposed to lay out. And then I can start placing the blocks. I got an upside down one right there. These ones are going to butt up against the peak, which is going to be right in the middle here. And a slab on top. Try to keep it non-spawnable. The entire roof, I'm really hoping, is going to end up being all staircases and all slabs on all the top surfaces, so that it will be basically spawn proof. And the gable will fit in there just like that. Upside down staircase to frame it in a little bit. One right there. I've forgotten my my fence pieces, which are going to fill the windows, so I guess I'm going back downstairs. Okay, now we've got the gables built up on this side, and the roof is fairly well formed, as you can see. And so now what we've got to do is build out, I've got to finish putting the detail bits in here. I was mentioning earlier the upside down spruce staircase bits that will be seen as a pattern when you're inside the building and look up. Gotta fill them in real quick. And I am now going to start the main beams of the roof that are going to go down, that are going to stretch out over this entire wing. And this is going to be the tough part, because as I go along, I've got to do planks, and then I've got to go to staircase bits. And they're going to tie in to gables right there. Okay. And I got to try not to forget what I'm doing. I fly around the build after you think you've finished up, and see these crazy gaps where you forgot to place blocks. Yeah, I've done that a few times. Okay, we've made significant progress. We've got the roof all tying together. Almost this entire wing has got at least a skeletal structure. And you'll notice down below me, I built up the rafters and the center beams. And I even put a layer of carpet on them so they would be non-spawnable. And I've almost always remembered to include our little pattern that I keep going on about, that I'm actually quite proud of. But I'm going to try not to look at it too firmly until we're done, so we can go inside and look up so you can see where the pattern is. That'll be fun. But for now, I'm just going to keep on hacking away at this, keep on dropping blocks and see if we can get it knocked out. Okay, so now we're going to get up there and do the central posts and spawn-proof these like we did on the other one. And so I think I've got enough carpet on me right here to do the whole thing. I can just reach enough of the one next to me to do 2 at a time. I'm not sure if that's any more efficient, but saves a bunch of jumping up and falling down, and it just might work. Okay, there we go. I cap that off with a spruce plank. Throw a couple of staircase bits on. Same for this bad boy. Whoops. If I can finish this one up accurately, it'll be on the next 2. And looks like we're jumping off. Okay, there's one gable done. Let's make sure we got this right. Nope, no, we got to do these 2. Oh, we got to do these 4. So I had more done. Okay, so we'll climb up on the scaffolding, and we'll try to move through at a quick pace. Put the bone blocks in. Leave that gap for the window. And like I mentioned, I'm using fence posts. And I believe that's done. Moving on to the next one. Okay, now here what we're doing is just finishing up with a few last details on the inside. And of course I'm going to have to walk the thing and make sure that I have caught all the details. Every time I walk through the building I see a couple of missing bits or a couple of gaps or an incorrect block or something of the sorts. And so I'm trying to comb over the place. Now, if you hear in the background, it appears that I've got the trading hall stocked up. Now, Wa 2020 and I, we worked through about 2 straight days of grinding villagers. I filled up all of the non-librarians and tried to be selective about the trades, and they're all on the wing. We're just now leaving. And then Wa came over, and we worked together. I worked the farms and traded for emeralds, while she started moving the librarians in. And she was working with me on this one because she had a definite idea of the order that she wanted to see the librarians in their booths. And so we had to do a little bit of a modification to the way that the breeder worked. Now, this right here, I'm still not sure what to do with it, but we'll come back to it. We'll come back to it. So there's Wa 2020. And here is our breeder. So same water stream as my previous breeder. Same dispenser full of mine carts. And of course it picks them up right here by the spot. But we had to make a few changes in the top part of the breeder since the 1.14.3 mechanics have changed somewhat, and they now have to have access to a bed. But getting them out of the breeder when they've got access to a bed is kind of rough because they tend to want to stand on their beds and not do anything. So we came up with a little bit of an idea. If we chop down 2 blocks, you'll notice that there's a double layer of glass blocks on top of the beds, so that when the villagers get out of bed, they automatically stand on that 1x5 slot, which has trapdoors lining it, so the babies actually pathfind right off the ledge, usually within a minute or so. And I just threw in some trapdoors. Now bear in mind, I had to throw this thing together because the mechanic changed after I had built. We updated the server from a 14.2 to a 14.3 after I'd built the server, after I'd built the breeder, and so we kind of had to start over right in the middle of the process, but whatever. It works. We just had to throw something together on the fly, so that's why we got dirt blocks, dirt walls, and oop, Yeah, there's the bamboo farm. Thank you very much, Il Mango. The bamboo farm. Thank you very much, Il Mango. Okay, so we did a little bit of a walk around to check the scenery and see everything was good, but let's take a look at the building from the very front. You know, notice that diamond block up there on the archway. I'm not so vain that I build with diamond blocks, but King of the Momos gave me that diamond block kind of as a gift, and they gave me a second one, so I put them in the arches under the front and back door, respectively. Very cool. Okay, what we're going to do is go down here and take a look at the ceiling. There's the pattern I was talking about. Kind of like that. Had a lot of fun making it. It breaks up the ceiling and gives you a little bit of a pattern to look at. It follows the beams. It's pretty nice. And this right here is one of my favorite features in the whole thing. I like the way that turned out. Got the light embedded in there in the corner. Pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. And here's Momo, King of the Momos. Gave me the diamond blocks for the doorways. I gotta get him to give us a wave real quick. He's pretty cool. Ah, there we go. Hey Momo, how's it going? Alright, see you around, buddy. Okay, we're about to wind this video down, so what I'm gonna do is the flyby. I like doing a flyby. It's like, yeah, look at that. You start wrapping up a build and you come in and do a flyby. That's nice. Huge build. Yeah. And the slow fall potions. Yeah, that looks really good. So, it's me. You might not recognize me. I am about to go to the Pirate's Cove, so I've got my eye patch on. So, this is going to wrap it up for this video. So, I'd like to thank you for stopping by. And if you enjoyed yourself, please give us a thumbs up. And if you really enjoyed yourself, please subscribe. And make sure to tune in next time where I will be working with Wah in the Pirate's Cove to develop a pillager outpost farm. That's right. So thank you very much and have a great day.